Hey, good morning. I hope you are having a fantastic Wellness Tuesday. Not Wellness Wednesday yet, Wellness Tuesday. I wanted to just kick off the week for you because the first day of Hanukkah is coming. Christmas season is coming, and what a wonderful time to give the gifts of health this season. So I wanted to reach out and just share with you a really great phone call I had from one of my favorite old volunteers on the Yuba River when I lived in Nevada City. She is now in Oregon. She called me because she really wanted to give her son and his family some Hanukkah gifts that would help them feel more effective during these quarantine times, stay more healthy, obviously not have their hair done, but I want to just share with you what we talked about a little bit. So her son is quiet but mellow. He's very, very good at multitasking, but internalizes everything that's going on. And so he is kind of very grounded and needs a little lifting, needs a little emotional lift, could use with a little bit of a mental lift just to take him out of the seriousness of everything that happens in life right now. Hi, Annette. Thanks for coming on. So then we moved on to her daughter-in-law, who is really busy, very overwhelmed and anxious, and works at home as an attorney. And she's upbeat, but she's really, really full of aches and pains from too much Pilates and not enough stretching. Hey, Kim, good to see you. And so for her, she wanted something for aches and pains, but also something that would help to ground her in. So for the son, we decided we would choose some eucalyptus, which is the oil of wellness. It's really nice and uplifting. It's great to put in the shower when you're steaming it up to feel like you just have a stellar spa level quality of life, as well as a bottle of cheer oil. Cheer is one of my favorites because it's one of our emotional blends. I'm actually diffusing it right now. It's this little guy, and it is the uplifting blend. So it's star anise and citrus oils. And I have it running in my little diffuser here next to my work area. It's just keeping me really bright and positive. We thought that he could do with that as well. And then a breathe stick, that is the respiratory blend. It's made like a Vicks Vapor Rub stick, but with no petroleums. We use coconut oil instead. And that is going to be applied to the lungs in between the intercostal muscles in the respiratory system. And I really love it because when I go running on these cold 20-degree mornings or I have to go out and do errands, sometimes it can feel hard to breathe. And when I apply this, it opens my system wide up. We also got him peppermint beadlets because peppermint naturally helps open our sinuses, and the beadlets come in tiny, tiny little Tobiko-sized capsules that you crunch with your, with your teeth. And as you do that, it gives you really great breath. It can stave off any kind of head tension you're feeling, prevent it from going further. It's also a good wake up because it oxygenates our brain so well and effectively. So we decided on those for him. For his wife, that's the high-powered, busy attorney, we decided on adaptive oil. This is the oil of neuroplasticity. It helps us to manage the circus as well as doing our technical, really intense work that we know we have to do, even though the kids are home and the sky is falling and, the fires are burning on the desk and everything else. I love that oil and the capsules, which were formulated to get rid of cortisol. So it's got GABA in the capsules, and this is a botanical blend that's also adaptive. Then, because of her Pilates and bad work habits, right, on the computer with computer neck and shoulders all day, we got her some past tense oil. That's the tension blend. And I love it because this comes in a rollerball bottle. Let's see if I've got mine handy here. I'm kind of a mess today, you guys. Gosh. Everything is happening all at once. So I'm going to tell you about it instead. It comes in a little rollerball bottle like this one. And it's meant to be used right where the neck and the scalp come together and all the way down the neck. And it melts the tension away. It is fantastic for avoiding from going from tension into a migraine. It heads that off at the pass. It melts the tension. I am not even kidding. It's got wintergreen in it, which is incredible for all of the driving neck or deadline neck or computer neck. We're all supposed to be totally at perfect right degree angles at our computers. And now that we're all working at home, bets are off, right? So that's very helpful for that. And then the sciatic stuff she has, right, that came from labor, came from, too much running, too much Pilates. And we've got Deep Blue for that. And Deep Blue is one of those oils that I will never be without. This is the one that is the sort of like Icy Hot, but the really clean version of Icy Hot. So this doesn't even have a carrier oil in it, but there's also Deep Blue Rub that has coconut oil as the base instead of all the petroleums that Icy Hot has, right? All these things that we put on our skin, guys, 70% goes into our bloodstream. So we really want to not have chemicals in that stuff we're putting on our skin if at all possible. Okay, so the next thing up is Clary Calm. This one is the bee's knees. It's for everybody. It's the monthly blend for women, right? Clary Sage is typically really supportive of our reproductive systems. It's also a gem for getting me off the ceiling and picking me up off the floor. So I can tell you emotionally, this is really amazing. As well, last time I was at Bruca, there was a gal that sat down in the seat next to me that had just fallen on the ice outside as she was trying to get into the theater. She was in a terrible way. This was the only thing I had in my bag because I don't go anywhere without it. I gave it to her to put on her lumbar sacral area in her back. And by the halftime, the pain was gone, the inflammation was gone. It was outrageous relief. So this is one of those things that is super calming emotionally. It's called Clary Calm because it's clary sage and a handful of really therapeutic oils. All of them together, very calming for tissues, emotions, nervous system, everything. So even if you have a male partner, it's being a little bit of a pill, you could offer to give him a foot rub. I've done this. It works. And get it in there and rub it in. And it's like bringing them down a few pegs. So that and the balance oil. Now this is our grounding blend. I keep it very close at hand because we have an 11-year-old. This stuff is crazy good. It takes away the effects of sugar on the bloodstream. It's incredibly grounding. It is all tree oils as well as blue tansy and blue chamomile, which both have a very calming effects on the neurological system. So when we think about trees, very grounding, very rooted, right? This stuff is the bee's knees for calming and rooting, getting out of our head, back in our bodies. And sometimes we need that help, right? Especially when now it's the holiday season after the election, as we're going into winter and quarantine again and working at home and trying to be productive. So grounding is the order of the day for sure. Now, her granddaughter, she's flighty, she's emotional, she's very impulsive, needed grounding, needed focus, and perhaps a little bit of help with schooling from her bed for distance learning. So we decided Clary Calm for the granddaughter, as well as balance for the granddaughter, and let's see, peace. Okay, so one of our emotional blends is called Peace. This has vetiver root in it, as well as frankincense and some copaiba, and it's really quite lovely. It's got ylang ylang in there as well. This is going to be the stabilizer. It's called the Reassuring Blend, and it is wonderful for helping us. That vetiver root helps us focus so well, and I'm just a big fan of this. So we are putting that together. I got to hang out with her on the phone for a while, explain to her what we could do as alternatives to some of the over-the-counter stuff that she's using for her own health challenges. And all of this goes into her order, and she's going to get free frankincense this month because her order is going to be over 200 points through doTERRA.com. So this can happen for you. I'd love to help you get a very therapeutic, very effective way of celebrating the holidays in this dark season with some lightness and some enlightening and some neurological and emotional support, reach out to me. I'm doing wellness consults. I can help you get wholesale pricing, free frankincense, and an introduction kit. So you are now having a guide in the wellness arena. And I'd love to walk with you on that path. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. It is truly the most grateful time of year for me. I am just feeling so blessed with everything that's going on, all of the complaints that I feel, I realize are third world problems, and I'm just really grateful. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for being in community with us. Thank you for supporting the arts and local business people. Thank you for saying yes to shopping small and giving back. And thank you for being in community in an intentional and heartfelt way. It's absolutely appreciated. We can feel your vibrations out there, and just sending lots of good heart blessings for you today. Thank you, and reach out if I can help.